Houston, in a postseason defined by narrow margins, defense has emerged as the common denominator for both the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers, carrying each team through its opening playoff test and setting the stage for a physical divisional round matchup against the New England Patriots. Both teams advanced by leaning on disciplined, aggressive defensive performances that limited explosive plays and dictated game flow. While their offenses delivered timely contributions, it was defensive execution that ultimately separated them from their opponents. For Houston, pressure up front proved decisive. The Texans consistently disrupted the opposing quarterback's rhythm, collapsing pockets and forcing hurried throws that stalled drives before they could develop. Their secondary capitalized on that pressure, tightening coverage and preventing sustained momentum. Pittsburgh followed a familiar formula. The Steelers' defense thrived on physicality and situational awareness, particularly on third down. By controlling the line of scrimmage and closing passing lanes, they kept scoring opportunities in check and forced opponents into low-percentage decisions. In both games, red zone efficiency on defense proved critical. Drives that might have shifted momentum instead ended in field goals or empty possessions, underscoring the importance of execution in January football. The performances reinforced a broader postseason trend. When offensive production becomes harder to sustain, defensive reliability often determines survival. Houston and Pittsburgh each demonstrated the ability to absorb pressure, protect leads, and close out games without relying on offensive fireworks. Looking ahead to the divisional round, the Patriots present a familiar challenge. New England's postseason identity has long centered on adaptability and situational discipline, placing additional emphasis on defensive communication and mistake avoidance. For both the Texans and Steelers, maintaining the level of defensive execution shown in the previous round will be essential. Coaches from both teams emphasize preparation and consistency rather than emotion, noting that postseason success often hinges on repeating fundamentals rather than reinventing game plans. As the divisional round approaches, the matchup promises to be a test of endurance and precision. Offenses may provide the highlights, but for Houston and Pittsburgh, it is defense that has earned them the opportunity to keep playing, and that same formula may be required to advance further.